Hey everybody, AC here, and welcome back to another episode of May Season 5. Coming in at number 7, we have That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime. This is absolutely one of my favorite isekais ever. Um, let's see, I don't. Yeah, it is my second favorite isekai. There's only one other isekai on this list. There is only one other isekai on this list. Um, it is my second favorite isekai ever, and Rimuru is a huge part of it. Rimuru is like one of my has quickly become one of my favorite anime characters of all time. Um, Hence why my OC um, on my channel profile the for those who don't know, my OC is wearing Haru Glory's outfit from Rave Master, but with the color scheme of Rimuru Tempest. From That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime. The same hair color, the fur around the neck trim of the coat is in the same color as Rimuru's scarf. Um, my coat is the same color as Rimuru's coat. I've got a white shirt on, just like how Rimuru has a white shirt on underneath his coat. Dark blue pants, just like Rimuru. Yeah, the color scheme is very much in line with Rimuru's color scheme. And that just kind of goes to show just how much I absolutely love this character. I just love this character so much. Um, and the anime itself, the title pretty much explains it. It's an isekai where a dude gets reincarnated as a slime, and he ends up meeting a dragon who gives him a name, which gives him special powers, and then um, he starts to travel around and meet all these different monsters. He meets all these different monsters. He starts to build a community, and eventually he ends up building this big kingdom where monsters and humans of all kinds can come and live together in peace. Um, and Yeah, it just kind of like follows his adventures throughout this world as he goes from being the lowest the weakest mob monster to being one of the most powerful beings in this world. He just continues to grow and evolve and get stronger and stronger. um but as he gets stronger, the threats that he faces get stronger with him. um and That's really nice. But We also see that Rimuru is very cunning. He knows exactly how to outsmart his opponents. He knows exactly how to outsmart. He's able to outsmart his opponents incredibly well. Um, so we uh, so even when he isn't in the advantage as far as like combat goes, he will always come out on top because he will always find a way to outsmart his opponent. Um, as was shown several times in the second season. One where he ends up tricking someone who is clearly stronger than him into thinking that he is dead when he manages to actually uh, escape their sight and survive. Um, and another time when the big bad for the first two seasons, Demon Lord Clayman, when he ends up outsmarting him at every turn and just taking everything from him, as payback for how much pain and misery Clayman has caused so many people. Um, and Yeah, it's the character is just absolutely fantastic. A beautifully written character. I absolutely love it, and I love the world building of slime. I love learning about these different kingdoms that are all kind of surrounding Rimuru's kingdom that he's building up, and how like it's slowly but surely becoming this like this central trade kingdom for all of these surrounding kingdoms. Like you've got the elf kingdom, the dwarf kingdom, two human kingdoms, um, the lizard man kingdom. You've got all of these different kingdoms just kind of just kind of surrounding this monster kingdom that Rimuru is building up, and he ends up like in the perfect position to expand his kingdom and form contracts with all these different kingdoms. And it's really interesting to see the different world building that they do. I very much enjoy it, and I absolutely love the characters in this. They are all just wonderful characters. Even the characters that were meant to be jokes, like Gobta or Gabiru, they were meant to be jokes, and yet as the story continues, they become some of the more entertaining characters in the series. Um, and yeah, I'm very much excited for for whatever season 3 and onward has in store. I know that the light novels, there's like over 20 light novels at this point. I believe the light novels are actually getting close to the end. If I am remembering correctly, I believe that there's only like I want to say there's only like 3 or 4 more light novels left. Um, let's see. Okay. Okay. It looks like currently they're at volume 21. Yeah. Currently they are currently at volume 21, and as I understand it, the web novel that it was based on um had about 24 arcs, and they've had like 24 or 25 arcs, and they have been steadily they've basically been doing like a single arc per light novel. So I imagine that there's going to be like 3 more light novels. It's going to be like 24 light novels, maybe 25. um but as far as like the anime goes, the first 2 seasons cover the first like 6 volumes of the light novels. So I mean, we could be here for for a while, considering how there's a good 19 more volumes. So if so so it could be like a good 5 or 6 more seasons. We could see another 5 or 6 more seasons beyond this point. Um, yeah, that in any case, I'm absolutely here for it. Whether the series lasts for 7 seasons, 8 seasons, 9 seasons, whatever, regardless of how long the anime lasts, I am here for every single one of those seasons. I am going to be here for it. Because I think that this series is absolutely fantastic. Um, it is not, however, in my top six. It just barely misses out on being in my top six. But my top six are very special cases. My top six are very special cases. And those top six are, quite frankly, to be honest, I don't think um I don't think anything will ever get to that level, as much get to the level that I love these top six. I don't think anything will get to the level of those. Um, so Slime unfortunately does not make that cut, but it was very close. It came very close. I was honestly debating for a long time whether or not to have this or my number six be in the number six spot, but I decided to go for the other one instead. Simply because of mostly because of like nostalgia and just how much I have adored the series over the years. Um, but as far as like my favorite characters go, Rimuru obviously is my number one favorite character. My second favorite character is definitely Shion. Just Shion just absolutely cracks me up. She is so incredibly powerful and so diligent with her work and excellent at her job. The one and she's fantastic. She's a fantastic attendant. She's good. She's good at cleaning. The one thing she lacks is she's a horrible cook. The one thing she lacks is she is a horrible cook. But as we see throughout the first two seasons, she is learning. She is slowly learning. Um, and she ends up getting a special power in the second season that I dare not spoil here, but um, it's certainly going to help her in the long run as far as like becoming a better cook, but she definitely still has a lot more to learn. But yeah, I do hope that she does end up learning how to properly cook and make it look good and all that stuff. So I am hoping for that. Uh oh god. Frick. Boy. Um let's see. Let's see. Who else? Who else was there? I really like Milam. I like Milam. She is very funny. She's very entertaining to watch. Um let's see. Benimaru. Benimaru. Um Benimaru is another one that I really like. And he's essentially the commander of the armies, and he's pretty freaking cool. Um, and uh, Hakuro, that was his name. Um, uh, he's like this wise old sage. He's like the old mentor type character, and he's freaking badass. He is freaking badass. Like this is not a mentor character I expect to die anytime soon. Like I personally think that this old mentor character might actually survive um all of the coming battles just simply because he is just that strong. He is just that OP. Um Sohei is really cool too. And most recently, Shuna ended up showing in season two just what she can do. And holy crap, I severely underestimated her. Uh, and yeah, it's just These are they're all fantastic characters. Like I said, Gobta and Gabiru are both very likable as well. Gabiru's sister Soka is also very entertaining to watch. Um, Geld, the Orc Lord, uh, is very fun to watch. And yeah, I love all these characters. I can't get enough of all these characters. They're all amazing characters. That I love every single one of them. They're all fantastic. And I'm very much looking forward to seeing the other demon lords, more of the other demon lords, because we get introduced to them in the second season, but we don't really get to spend much time with any of them. So I'm definitely looking forward to seeing each of them a lot more in future seasons. That'll be really fun. Um, and the anime even got a spin-off, Slime Diaries, which I watched and I enjoyed. It was very fun. It was very fun, very wholesome, very cute. Um, and it did introduce two characters that, from what I have heard, become really important characters uh, as the light novels go on. And they were technically introduced during the events of the first season. Like they were supposed to have been introduced during the first season. Um, but I guess the anime just kind of skipped over that their whole introduction. So I'm curious how they're going to introduce them because they do become extremely plot important as the series goes on. I don't know if they're going to introduce them in season 3 or 4. I know they have to be introduced by season 4 because assuming that they are continuing on with like doing like 3 light novels per season, then that would mean that they absolutely have to be introduced by season 4 since volumes 10 and beyond are when they become very plot important. Um, so I don't know if they're going to introduce them in season 3 or season 4, but I am looking forward to seeing what their designs look like in the main series, considering how in Slime Diaries everybody's drawn to be a lot cuter. Um, so, but yeah, so I'm looking forward to more seasons of this. I just love this series so much, and yeah, I can't wait to see more. All right, I think I've rambled on about this long enough, so that's gonna do it for me, and that's it for this. That's it for this episode. So join me tomorrow for number 6, my top 6 favorite animes of all time. Take care, everybody.